a demand and supply curve for a particular product are given. First, we have the demand curve, and here we have the supply curve. We'll begin by finding the equilibrium price and quantity. So we could simply just set the demand equal to the supply. If I solve for P, I would get P equals $100 and Q would be 500 units. So in the calculator, what I could do, I could press the Y equal key, enter in the demand function as Y1, enter in the supply function as Y2, and then graph. We'll start by selecting a window that's appropriate. So I used Xmin equals 0, Xmax equal 125, a Y minimum of negative 750, and a Y max of 3000. So when I press the graph key, I end up with the functions that look like this. To find the point of equilibrium, I press second and trace for calculate, press option number 5 for intersect, and then I answer the questions. First curve, up here in the left-hand corner is the demand function, so press enter. Second curve, supply function, press enter. And then to guess, just press enter one more time, and it will lock in on the point of intersection. X equal 100, that's the price, $100, and Y equals 500, that's the quantity, 500 units. So let's consider this. We're going to look at a 10% tax on the suppliers or the producer. And so if that's the case, our supply function will need to change. So our supply function now becomes Q equals 10 times P minus 0.1P. That's the price minus the tax, and then minus the 500. The Q equal 2500 minus 20P is the demand function. It remains unchanged. So to find the new equilibrium price and quantity, I set the new supply function equal to the demand curve, and I would solve and find P is equal to $103.45, and I would find the quantity to be 431. So if I were to use the calculator, press the Y equal key, the demand function remains unchanged, so I will change the supply function now to be 10 times the price X minus the tax of 0.1X, that's 10% of the price, and then I just continue with the minus 500 as was part of the original formula. I'll press the graph key, so there's my demand curve and my new supply function. I'll press second and trace for calculate, choose number 5 for intersect. The first curve is the demand, press enter. The second curve, that is the supply, so I'll press enter, and then enter one more time as a guess, and it will lock in on 103.45 if you round to the nearest penny. That's $103.45. And this Y, 431 if you round to the nearest unit. So this graph represents the new equilibrium price and quantity. So consider this. The consumers used to pay $100. Now they pay the new price of $103.45. So that's a total of $3.45 more than before. That would be their share of the tax. The producer, on the other hand, collects the $103.45 from the consumer and then has to give 10% to the government. 10% of $103.45 comes to be $10.35. So if you subtract the tax from what they collect from the consumer, the producer now gets to keep $93.10. This is $6.90 less than the $100 that they used to get to keep before taxes. So $6.90 is their share of the tax. So for total tax revenue, you take the tax per item, which is $10.35, and you multiply it times the new equilibrium quantity of 431 units. This comes to a total of $4,460.85.